All right, what's going on, y'all? Hold up. Let's make sure we got this working.
Let me check YouTube.
We're live.
All right. What's up, everybody? How we doing? We're live. We're watching the draft with you. We're going to give you some coverage, coast to coast, live reporting.
Let's get this. You know, we ain't gonna spoil it, but Woj a hoe.
Yeah,
He already
Woj definitely
the first pick.
spoiled the first pick, and he's going to continue to do so.
So we're not gonna be on Twitter, guys. Don't worry. We're not like that. So
I'm gonna mute Woj for tonight and Shams.
yeah, screw them.
Yeah, but what if there's a pick? What if there's a trade though?
Then they'll tell us on the TV.
Yeah,
Or ESPN will tell us.
that's true.
ESPN won't spoil
Yeah, I
it.
don't want to. I want to give you my raw thoughts. I'm just not going to go on Twitter, but I can't not go.
But you know, we got the prospect breakdowns. We coming for you. Are we gonna see a trade tonight, Griffin? What are we thinking on that?
God, I hope. I think some teams do need to.
Will Sacramento trade for?
I think they will. I think they will. I think they want to get assets. They definitely want to make the playoffs this year. So I think they make a move. For who? For what? Remains to be seen. What about you? What do you think?
I think a trade needs to happen. I mean, for the betterment of us watching this, I'd love to see a trade happen.
I need a trade to happen. I need the Suns to trade. I need to have the Suns trade.
Awesome. I'm gonna pull up the live chat just so we can see.
Yeah, chat.
Okay. Why do we have two cameras? We're sitting next to each other. Yo, Court, stop hating. We just grinding out here.
Who was that?
Court's hating on us.
Oh,
It's so we can both look at our computers at once. We got docs all lined up, Court. We got to be ready. But hey, draft starting soon. Got any bold prediction, Griffin?
I don't want to say my bold prediction now because it was gonna be, but Woj spoiled it, so it was gonna be that.
Hey, shout out Woj, bro. You the biggest op in the world.
Yeah.
Close this out. Make sure there's like a delay going on.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a delay.
That's just kind of how it is. You can't really stop it.
Is it starting? Literally so excited. Dude.
I
love the draft so much. You see the playoffs like is like my favorite.
100%.
I love the NBA draft.
Suns, no picks at all tonight, right?
I think we trade. We've had so many people come and visit and work out with the Suns. I think we either trade in late first or early second.
Oh, we got 4 people watching right now.
I mean, 2 of them are us, but you know,
it's fine.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's the ball man himself, Adam Silver. No, he'd go.
I don't know.
I got like booted. I got booted from my own Zoom.
Are we still fine?
Yeah, we're fine. It might just disappear for like a quick second.
Yeah. Chat, chill. This is our first time live streaming on here. There he goes. The Suns blew the shits, bro.
COVID though.
Yeah, we had COVID. We're gonna come back better than ever. Boo them. Boo. Fuck the Warriors. Bitch.
Yo, we getting like LeBron at pick 20. I mean at 30 tonight.
That's so true. Adam Silver, it was picked through their draft. I hope we continue to see like teams not like get guys through free agency and stuff
The
like
Nets.
that. Yeah, but like minus the Suns trading for KD. I don't want to see like I just don't like I feel like we're like kind of leaving the super team era a little bit and transitioning to got like teams being built through the draft again, which is to me that's exciting.
Yeah, like the Magic tonight have a huge chance. Obviously, jumpstart like, they could go Chet, they could go Jabari, they could go Paolo. Like one of those guys, if it hits, that's huge for them.
I know
they got Suggs, a guy who has really star potential.
Yeah,
obviously Wendell Carter Jr. is really underrated center for them. Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac.
They do have a good core. They have a good core, and all they really need is a superstar to propel them into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's looking is the first pick could be that superstar that they are looking for.
And how it's looking is that one of the first two picks, the first pick is going to be a forward. I don't think it will be Chet.
Everything that we've been seeing pre-draft says that Chet, they're passing on Chet, even though I kind of do like that fit because
Suggs and Minnehaha.
Yeah, I do kind of like that fit, but with what they're gonna get, I do like the top 4 in this draft. I think is super solid, and any of these guys can become all-stars / superstars. So we'll see.
We will have to see.
How you doing tonight, Liam?
I'm doing just peachy. I'm doing just fine.
I do kind of like that fit.
Johnny Davis going 1, court F that. Johnny Davis is a bust. He wishes he could be the next John Starks.
This is an anti Johnny Davis live stream.
He's not even in my big board. So hey, but Griffin, let's just go through. Let's talk about some of the guys on our big board.
Okay.
So number 1 on your big board, who do you have?
I have Chet number 1, but that's not right now. If I would say the best player in the draft right now, I would definitely say Paolo. But I think the potential that Chet has to be an absolute unicorn in every sense of the word, to be a future superstar in the league, I would put him number 1 right now just with his potential. On my big board, I kind of have him looking like a more athletic, better defensive instincts guy like Pau Gasol. His floor, though, to me is Greg Oden, just because of his frame. I just have no idea how his frame's going to hold up, because we've truly never seen a player like Chet before in the league, which is also exciting, but it's also just a complete unknown factor.
Yeah. And for my guy, number 1, I got Paolo Banchero, a guy in contention for this number 1 pick. As we're looking at Woj staring at us on the screen right now. In terms of the ceiling, it's maybe like an Antoine Walker or like a Jason Tatum with a little bit less athleticism. Because saying Jason Tatum means he's going to be like a top 5 player in the league someday, which is what Jason Tatum's on the path to. So I wouldn't say that. And for 4, like a second-year Pascal Siakam, when he was kind of like most improved player. Yeah. Was like that second best player on the championship team. If you wanted to say if he was better than Lowry that year, you could say that. And moving on to number 2, are we both have Jabari or no? Oh, you have.
No, I have Paolo number 2.
Okay.
I agree with everything you just said, but I think his peak is like Julius Randle at his absolute apex, if not better. Just the kind of the style of play that they have, or Jason Tatum, like a little bit bigger Jason Tatum. That's kind of what I see his potential being, and that's a superstar, right? And his floor, I think, is current Julius Randle, who's like not bad by any means, but like on a championship roster, is he your 3rd best option? Is he your 4th? Like he's not. He couldn't get you over the edge. But what's your number 2?
So mine's Jabari.
Okay.
I mean, even though shout out the Hurricanes, baby, y'all see it. We gave him some work, but Jabari is a special guy in terms of the ceiling. I think it's prime Rasheed Wallace. If you didn't know, not Rasheed Wallace, Rashard Lewis. You look at me. I know I messed up. Rashard Lewis. I mean, Rashard Lewis, when he was on the Thunder, the Supersonics, he was averaging 22 points a game, shooting 39 from 3. This guy's good. I think he'll be solid, but concerns the fact that he's not really an inside player. He's the worst in 2-point field goal percentage for any player 6'10" or higher in college basketball this past season.
Yeah.
So my floor is kind of like a Bojan Bogdanovic, from the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
I feel like, a guy that he plays some solid defense. He can get you a bucket, really good shooter from the outside, not really, the greatest interior presence. I feel like that's kind of a perfect a floor of what he could be.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 3, Jaden Ivey.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm on a roll right now. Ceiling, I think it's Donovan Mitchell.
The first pick's coming up right here. Magic are picking. Oh, you bald man.
Oh,
wow. Woj, that's crazy.
So just for reference, Woj spoiled that like 10 minutes ago. So
yeah. Well, I muted Woj on Twitter, so I won't have him spoiling everything. But yeah, what does that do for the Magic, Liam?
So I think for the Magic now, it makes a huge question with Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah.
Do we believe Jonathan Isaac is going to stay on that roster? I don't think so. I don't think you can play them alongside together because you have a team. You're running Cole Anthony at the 1. You got Jalen Suggs at the 2. At the 3, you're running probably Franz Wagner. At the 4, now you got Banchero. And the 5, you got Wendell Carter Jr. I don't think there's a role for Jonathan Ivey here right now. So I'd say that, I think it's a good fit. But if he can really become that star alongside Jalen Suggs, they both can develop. I think this he has a chance to be 18 points per game off rip in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. What do you think about your analysis with Banchero?
I mean, I love Paolo. I really do love all the top 4 prospects in this draft. So I think choosing him over a guy like Jonathan Isaac's kind of a no-brainer, but like also what can you get for Isaac? Maybe the Magic could be a little more active in this draft, trying to make some moves and get some assets for some guys that might not fit with Paolo, but like really you don't have to worry about fit. You have to worry about who's going to be your superstar, and you have him number 1 on your big board. I have him number 2. I truly think he'll be super great in the league. So I think this is a solid pick for the Magic.
Yeah, Court, I see you saying in the chat, he's NBA ready. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Jabari and Chet both have more holes. Michael Beasley, the physicality of Beasley. Yo, like, low key, like I can see like he's a rich man's Michael Beasley.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, he's not the playmaker of Simmons though.
Yeah.
He's a good playmaker though. I'll give him credit for that. When I watched him during the tournament, he is a fantastic playmaker for like what you want from a guy like that.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons has elite vision for his size, and I haven't seen that with Paolo. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know about that. But I still think this is a super solid first pick because I think he's one of the best. He's definitely the best available right now.
Yes. And I think they need to start rising. They need a guy that's not going to take forever because this young group can't take forever because they need to capitalize on the contracts.
Yeah. We kind of saw this coming though if you saw the odds coming into today,
it went crazy last night.
It kept getting better and better that Paolo would be taken earlier and earlier. While the mock drafts had him 3 to the Rockets, but now he's number 1. Like that was super crazy how that was a last minute, that was crazy.
And, according to my sources, apparently Jabari Smith did not have a fantastic workout. And it was kind of a delay for Paolo to come in for a workout, which is why these late rising came about. So, Paolo moving to Orlando, I think, what would you say is the best fit from the 3 teams for Paolo to have gone to? Like, would you think OKC would have been better or the Rockets would have been better? Because I think he's in a good situation here because for the Rockets, he would have played along Sengun, who's not more as an established guy. And I feel like in this system, he's got a little bit more NBA ready talent to work with.
I think that's definitely, I would have liked to see him on the Thunder. I think him getting passes from Giddey and Shea would have been interesting to see. But I think this is definitely, in compared to the mock drafts and stuff, I think this is definitely a better fit than than what the Rockets could have offered, just because who's passing in the ball?
All right, so pick is in for the Thunder. Let's make a prediction here before we see it. I think it's Chet.
I think it's Chet too. I think that just fits what the Thunder's mold has been. I don't know. Like, I just think that would be just a Thunder ass pick. That's a Thunder ass pick. But I could see them, like, I'm not even like kidding. Like, I could see them picking Jabari Smith just so they can get Victor Wembanyama next year. I think Victor Wembanyama, if you guys don't know, he's the, like, people are calling him like the next superstar, like, player to come in the draft. Like, he's going to be a generational talent. And I think the Thunder are that forward thinking of an organization that their mind isn't on next season. It's 5 seasons ahead, that they're looking for who's going to fit with him. And they have the assets to move up next year if they don't get the number 1 pick in the lottery to be able to move up and get him. But we're seeing Jabari Smith right now. He just said, like, damn. So I really don't know.
That could mean, damn, I'm going to OKC, or damn, I didn't get picked.
I mean, if it's me, like, I would not be sad to go to OKC at all, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Chet's laughing. I think Chet's probably the pick here, but yeah, I'm just giving you a fair warning that Jabari could be a possibility.
Court's thinking Chet and Victor Wembanyama.
That would
7-3 and 7-2.
Okay, Chet's playing the power forward. That'd be, I mean, honestly, with his size, it could work.
All right, pick is in.
Let's see. Okay. I mean, schedule. I like that pick.
Yeah, is what I'm thinking.
They have him as a forward, so, you know, maybe, you know, Wemby's still in contention for next year.
He'll start at center for them, though. They don't have a good center.
I'm just saying next year. You know, in the hypothetical scenario where, bro, there's his videographer right there, his dad. Bro, we you don't have to shoot on like a DSLR, like old ass camera, you know.
Yeah, you need that 4K.
Yeah,
but Chet's going there. You got a young core, Shea, Giddey, Trey Mann in that group.
Yeah.
Now you Chet. It's really those 3 guys: Giddey, Shea, and Chet. How do you see for this team going forward?
I mean, that's just another like super like I think I don't know if you'd agree, but I think he has the highest upside in the draft, like by far. Like if he got it, then like that team, like Shea, I think is a fringe all-star, if not all-star every year.
He's all-star caliber.
I think Giddey is fringe all-star every year. I think this is like cementing like a big 3 in Oklahoma City, and they have so many assets that this is a solid pick. And I love Oklahoma City's future. So and he gets to learn under the wing of Poku. So
and we didn't give our I don't think I gave my comp yet for Chet here in this situation. Yeah. Chet's number 4 on my big board. I think his peak is a healthy Kristaps from the Knicks when he was an all-star starter caliber guy, averaging 23 and like 8. I don't think he'll be a great rebounder at the next level. I don't see that transferring, especially with that size. I weigh more than Chet Holmgren, and he is what, 9 inches taller than me? That's crazy.
I weigh more than Chet. So
and it could be a problem. And what else? Oh yeah, and my floor for him is Bull, a guy who, you know, unreal skills for NBA comparison. Kristaps, they're also listening to me there, ESPN. But no, Bull, like a guy that just seems like he has unreal potential, but just can't pan out due to injuries and just not translating his game.
I just think
no.
NBA comparison to Giannis, bro. Who said this? Who said this? Are you kidding? I mean, Giannis had the frame to be able to put on weight, and his like, I don't know.
Just like 3 inches taller than him.
I know. We'll see. All right, we got Houston coming up next.
Do we see any way it's not Jabari Smith?
No. I mean, I think Ivy would be the other guy who would be in contention, but he just
wouldn't be KPJ. Would have to leave?
He wouldn't. It wouldn't fit. But
because you want to get a guy there. We were talking about this on the podcast recently. You want to get a guy that's going to be a playmaker alongside Jalen Green, and I feel like if anything, those two would just clash.
Yeah. So you don't want Ivy there. I think there's no way it's Jabari. Did you say your Jabari comps? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rashard Lewis and Bojan.
Okay. I think Jabari, like a more durable Michael Porter Jr. with like an upside of better defense, because Michael Porter Jr. is not a great defender. And I think his floor is kind of like a taller Harrison Barnes, where he'll be solid in the league, but not like something
Like
special.
he's a good third option.
Yeah. I think he's a solid player. He'll be a solid pick for the Thunder. I see no way it's not. Yeah, they have too many guards.
Because Jayshawn Tate, I think he's just a perennial like role player. I couldn't really see him.
I mean, there's no one in front of, like, no one in the backcourt or the front court. I mean,
And
that would
especially
allow
put him
for the-
alongside Sengun.
Yeah, that's a solid backcourt.
And they need forward depth. I think Jayshawn
Yeah.
Tate and
I mean, forwards probably
Sengun-
their biggest hole, right, in terms of talent. So I think, yeah, I don't see a reason why Jabari Smith would not be the pick here. That would be crazy if it wasn't.
Yeah, what Courtney is saying. So MPJ is better at putting on the floor than a guy like Jabari Smith. So would you say like he has the ability to develop that, or
I
you
don't
think he can?
I think his handle's super high, right? So you need to tighten up his handle. And I mean, he's on the phone right now, so he's definitely getting picked right now. But yeah, he just says thank you. He's getting picked by the Rockets. But yeah, his handle is so high. He needs to tighten up his handle and his ability to like create off the ball and actually just handle the ball and to be able to drive a little bit. I think that's what makes him hit his peak. But right now, like, he doesn't have that ability.
So we're going under the impression that Jabari's picked him.
Yeah.
It makes no sense he's not.
Yeah.
It's like, yep. Mom's looking at it and everything like that.
Yeah.
How do you think this team should go forward with Jabari being the guy there?
Yeah, wait, is there a trade?
No, that's a proposal.
Oh, okay. That was for Wood.
This is a wood
Okay.
trade.
What was your question?
How do you see
what
this
should
team
they go
going
for?
forward with Jabari? Do you think they have to move on from guys like KPJ? Maybe put him in
Yeah,
a
I
package
still
with
think
John Wall. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you get rid of Wall, you get rid of Eric Gordon because he's a piece that contending teams would actually want. So you can get more assets for him. And I think you move off of KPJ. I just don't see you need a point guard, right? And he's not that. He fits a similar role with what they have already, right? So I just I don't see a reason or rationale behind keeping KPJ. Like, I don't do you see him on a winning team? I would never see him on a winning team.
How about this? Lakers, we know they need someone.
Yeah.
John Wall and KPJ for Westbrook in their 2027 first round.
I think that works for both teams. I think John Wall still has some gas in the tank that
and picks in
right now selection.
Assuming it's Jabari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's Jabari.
So now this is where it can get confusing. Sacramento.
This is where the draft starts. We knew that was going to be the top three in any order, really, because it was just depending on what the team liked, right? So now this is where the draft starts. Like, the Kings really, I don't see, they trade away Halliburton because they had too many guards. I don't see them taking Ivy because he's a guard, right? I don't think that could be the pick. So if they don't trade the pick, I think it's going to be Sharp. But I don't know. Do you want to keep going on our board for Ivy? Because
just give me 1 second. I'm clean this out.
Okay. I'm gonna check Twitter, see what's going on.
Yeah, the Knicks have been rumored. Damn, he would be nice in New York. Let's how about we talk about Ivy? We think he's going to be this next guy.
I think we both have him in our top four, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have the consensus same top four, but
different orders. Yeah, and I think that's probably what most people have, because
we pretty much covered our top four. So let's.
I haven't talked about Ivy. I think Ivy at his peak is a better Donovan Mitchell, just due to his athleticism and his ability, his potential to have better defense than him. But I think his floor is kind of someone like Dennis Smith Jr., who has all this athleticism and all this scoring in college, but it doesn't really translate to the league. So we'll see.
Yeah. Moving on to number 5, you have Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
I think it's an unknown factor, right? his last competitive basketball that he played was in AAU, right? Not a whole lot of defense being played in the AAU settings. You don't know what he's bringing to the table on that end, but in terms of his offensive end and his scoring ability, it's like there's not a whole lot better in this draft besides that top 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like at his peak, honestly, I see him as like a Paul George type where he puts it all together and he can be an athletic scoring wing. Like,
Not as big though.
yeah, not as big, obviously, like a
Skill set.
like a shorter Paul George skill set wise, something similar to that. But like if he can't put it together and he's just such an unknown at this point, I think he's someone like a Hamidou Diallo where he's athletic and, you know, he has bright spots here and there, but he's never really able to put it together. Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Sharp?
Sharp?
Or if you want to go down your big board.
No, we'll go Sharp. We'll go Sharp. Shark is actually just 6th on my list.
Okay, so you have him one below me.
Just one below you. I think his ceiling, Zach LaVine. He's got insane bounce for his size.
Yeah.
The way he just moves and goes to the basket, I really see a lot of LaVine in there. And his floor, we both got Kentucky guys as our floors for him.
Yeah.
You have Hamidou Diallo. I have Malik Monk.
Yeah.
I think he could be a solid shot creator at the next level, but who knows? Who knows? You might be a guy that doesn't get a huge contract after his rookie contract, but we'll see.
Yeah, but you know, the both guys we have at his peak, if he puts it together, Zach LaVine or Paul George, both all-stars. So he does have the potential to be super good, super relevant in the league.
And Court, in terms of you saying James Harden could be a comp as well, I don't know if he has the playmaking abilities, and he also seems a little bit more bouncier than James Harden. And honestly, old James Harden is maybe one of the best players in NBA history in terms of offensive production.
Yeah.
Which who knows? It could be that high. Number 5, though, on my list, I got Dyson Daniels. This is my guy in the draft, alongside with Jaden Ivey. Those are my 2 guys in the draft. For Dyson Daniels, I think a ceiling like Lonzo Ball, a guy that, you know, might be able to develop into a 3-point shot like Lonzo Ball has. And I think he's going to be a solid defender. He's going to contribute to winning basketball. I think this is what this guy is going to do. If he falls to the Pelicans, that is a dream come true. But his floor, though, Dante Exum, a tall guard that just can't really put it together, might be able to stick around in rotation. But
both out of Australia.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't want to go too far ahead in my big board, but yeah, I don't have him that high. But yeah, I think his ability to be a better Lonzo Ball, maybe like a UCLA Lonzo Ball, if he puts it all together, that's at his absolute peak. But like, I think a good like medium for his like, you know, his abilities is a Lonzo Ball, like current Lonzo Ball, which you know,
and the pick is in.
The pick is in. Commission's coming out.
What do you think? I think Keegan Murray.
Really?
I think they.
To me, that's a reach, but wow, Keegan Murray is the pick, Liam. Yeah, where's he on your big board?
He's like 9.
9. Yeah, I have him 10.
8.
I have Keegan Murray 10 on my big board.
Jose, I know you're not listening because you'll be on in a minute. That is the most King's ass pick I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah, I don't like
Harrison Barnes needs to be moved from this.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Keegan Murray. So you have him as 10 on your big board. I have him as 8. What do you see from him?
At his absolute pinnacle, best possible outcome that the Kings could pray for, I have him as like a Pascal Siakam type. But really, I think he's going to come in and kind of be at his peak just because he's kind of an older player. And I think like, I don't know how much room he has for development just because of how late in the development cycle we are, right? So I think he's kind of going to come in and be like a Jay Crowder type, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like how much. Obviously, the Kings want to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
How much does this move the needle for them?
I don't think he's a floor raiser, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I think he'll play decently off Sabonis because he doesn't crowd the paint.
Yeah.
But like this could come back into bite us. But he's a good shooter. But like I have Harrison Barnes as my like a rich man Harrison Barnes. Like he's gonna be like a good 3, like a good like third option on a team.
Yeah.
I can't see him being anything higher than that because he just doesn't wow me too much. I just kind of surprised.
Let me burp you.
But no, otherwise, prime Jay Crowder's my floor. I was in like 14 points a game, some solid defense, ability to score from all 3 levels. But look at that, Griffin.
Oh,
Pascal Siakam is their NBA comparison for him.
You know, I see it, right? You can see the vision.
The thing is, though, we really underappreciate how good Pascal Siakam is. This guy is an
I know.
all NBA talent.
Yeah, I know.
So
I don't know about this. Like, I just don't know. Like, this is the most Kings ass pick ever. This is in line with, but what we've heard, like they want to make the playoffs, and I think he's good enough not to get them there, but he's a solid piece, you know.
But yeah, Court, you said they need a third option off Fox and Sabonis. I guess he fits that mold. So we know a move of Harrison Barnes is going to be coming in the near future.
Yeah,
because they
probably.
cannot coexist.
Yeah. Also, I think this is kind of reminiscent of last year with Wagner. I
Yeah.
think we both didn't love him, Franz Wagner, but he turned out to be a solid NBA player. Like, I don't know about his Wagner's like peak, like what he could be, but he was definitely solid in his rookie year.
Mhm.
I think that was partially thanks to his development that he went through in college and just his longevity as you know how long he was there for, and he was coming in as an older player. So
But and this dude was a way
I could
better
kind of
scorer
see
than
that.
Wagner.
Yeah, that's true. So he could definitely be solid. I'm not going to discount him. All these guys are super young, probably far away from their prime. So we'll see. But right now, I mean, the Kings, they've gone for boom or bust prospects before, right? So maybe this is them trying to take a more
A safer
Phoenix Sunsian approach, like James Jonesian approach, with them taking more like older prospects who are more developed, so they can contribute to winning, because like we've said before, they want to make the playoffs.
Mhm.
So I could see it. Detroit, what do we think?
Detroit, if they don't pick Ivy, they're dumb. I
Yeah.
think him and Cade would play
That
perfectly off each other.
I love that
Obviously,
pick for Detroit.
You're gonna meme on me when I say this. Killian Hayes isn't the guy there
I
anymore.
know.
He's not the guy there anymore. Ivy, Cunningham, Sadiq Bey.
Yeah.
You traded away Jeremy Grant, so you have some room to get a guy at the 4. Isaiah Stewart. I think this roster is super promising. Ivy is the guy they need. Another guy to play off Cunningham. I think he can be a true number 2 in this league, and that's what you want from him.
Yeah.
Because Cade can be that one kind of guy. And
Cade has that superstar potential, and him developing along with Cade would just be like, I think this is outside of like any of the top 3 teams. I think this is the best landing spot he could have gone to. I really love this spot for him. And, you know, I know you love to hate on Killian Hayes, but he just needs to learn how to shoot, which is, you know, a big part of playing
but
basketball.
This might be some must-watch basketball at times.
Oh,
Detroit.
absolutely. This is 100% a league pass team that you're going to want to tune into night after night. Like, dude, imagine it's going to be so fun. Like, bro, Cade, we have Ivy, and you have Sadiq Bey as you're like, oh my God. Like, that's going to be so much like fun, exciting basketball, exciting stuff. Hope that's the pick.
Yeah,
though. If it's not the pick, I was like,
And Cora, I see what you're saying. Taking the ball away from Cade could be an issue, but I feel like both have the ability to shoot the ball enough.
yeah. And I don't think Ivy's like a ball stopper, you know, where it would be an issue. Like he's not, I think he can keep the ball moving. And also like in most of the highlights I've seen, and I haven't done like a complete deep dive on Ivy, but I think he's more off the ball than he's not. Have you seen that?
He I mean, honestly, his slashing is a main thing with
Yeah.
him.
And Cade can find that. Cade's an amazing passer that can find Ivy. I mean, Ivy's clearly the pick because he's like crying right now. So
Yeah, he's gonna be the pick here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to what I thought it would be. I thought Keegan Murray would be the 4th guy.
yeah, it's
'cause
it's not crazy. We're not in crazy town.
I think
yet.
next pick is where we're gonna see something interesting. Do
Yeah,
the Pacers go with Sharp to pair someone with Tyrese Halliburton?
And Jalen Smith, don't forget.
You know, excuse me. But this is when it gets. Do they go Matherin? Do they
Yeah.
go?
I think the Pacers are in a good position though, for sure.
Yeah, Jaden Ivey.
Yeah,
of course.
Ivy. That's great pick. Love what Detroit's putting together. Love what Detroit's putting
2
together.
taller guards.
Yep.
6'4" and what? Cade's 6'6".
Yeah, he might be like 6'8", dude. He's really tall.
6'6".
Okay, never mind. I lied.
But I think it's a good pairing from this team. And Cade, he's got really good defensive potential. Ivy, I don't know what his defense looks
His
like.
defense is not incredible, but he has
He's
like,
not a liability.
Yeah, he's not a liability either. I think defense he was at Purdue, so I don't know a whole lot about Purdue, but it's about the defense is about team more than offense, I think. But yeah, I think defense is more about effort. So if Ivy tries on the defensive end, then it'll turn out well, I think. I think this is like as safe of a pick as you can have here. I think
I think Shaden Sharp would have been a higher ceiling.
Yeah, he's definitely a higher ceiling player, but
Not
completely lower floor. And Detroit's had issues in the past with choosing like boomer bust, like Killian Hayes, Stanley Johnson. Like these guys didn't turn out super well. So I think this is the correct pick.
Awesome. I'm just gonna grab myself a refill.
Okay, I was gonna go to the bathroom. So chat. Actually, I'll wait for Lim. Chat, how we doing? How many people do we have watching? 2. Court, thank you. We have 3 watching, and 2 of them is us. Damn, someone dropped off. He's the athlete to compete on defense, Wiggins level athleticism. He had to do it at all on offense at Iowa. Okay, we're talking about Murray here. Yeah, I haven't really done a deep dive on Murray, so I can't really say. Liam just left. Liam left the building. All right. Man, they're showing Ivy highlights. He's just so athletic. He's what a Ivy got that dog in him. They're saying NBA comparison Ja Morant. Like, I mean, there's definitely shades of Ja Morant, but I wouldn't say he's like the passer or the point guard that Ja Morant is because he's going to be playing 2. But I can see that. Like, if you're like an ESPN employee and you're just like doing the basic amount of research.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go pee.
How? Go.
What's the meeting?
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Awesome. Court, you got any questions? Anyone else? Maybe leave them in the chat. Are these the athlete? Yes, he is a very good athlete. Very good first step, elite speed for his frame. Exactly the kind of guy you're looking for, especially when you're building a roster to have potentially 2 elite scorers in a Saddiq Bey who can be a solid 3 as like third option as well. I think they just got to start rounding out that the front court with the power forward and center position. I don't think Isaiah Stewart is the guy to be the center for them. And I feel like at power forward, there's a lot of question marks, especially with Jeremy Grant's departure to the Portland Trail Blazers, who they got a fleece in that deal. Only a 2025 first round pick. Now, and from the Bucks, it wasn't even from them, which is even a better deal. So pick is in for the Pacers. I see Benedict Mathurin being the guy, but I think Benedict Mathurin and Shaden Sharp are the 2 guys that could go. I don't really see because I feel like they want to go for a star potential guy. They want to see that energy when they had Paul George there. So, Griffin, what do you think the Pacers go with? I was saying between Shaden Sharp and Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, I would like both those picks for them. Right? I mean, their wing, like who's TJ Warren, right? Like, I think, and especially their 2 guards. So I would go with Sharp.
I'm saying Mathurin.
Yeah, I love Benedict Mathurin as a prospect,
and he's the safest pick.
Yeah, I think. And speaking of the Pacers, I have him as prime Oladipo, who he was on the Pacers, and Mathurin as his floor as another Pacer, former Pacer, Karis LeVert. So I just love Mathurin as a prospect. Bear down and stuff, but
yeah. And shout out UCSB though, that's where he trained. But and then in terms of ceiling, I think he's a poor man's Anthony Edwards. That's what I was getting from it. Yeah, and like obviously Anthony Edwards hasn't become like a huge superstar yet, but we saw him in the playoffs. He was a nasty player. To be able to have that balance, the shooting touch. I really like what I've seen from Benedict Mathurin. In terms of floor, I said Karis LeVert as well. I saw that as well,
Yeah.
like you did. And then Courtney, you're talking about best pick for the Pelicans. I think it's Dyson Daniels. They need the Lonzo Ball replacement there. They don't have a true point guard on the roster. CJ McCollum's not a guy that you're trusting as a playmaker in order to get people open. And, Alvarado isn't that guy either. No diss to those guys. They do great things, but I feel like Dyson Daniels is the player.
I mean, what I would do in that position, I would do either Sharp, Daniels, or Ousmane Dieng out of New Zealand. I think those are all boom or bust prospects that the Pelicans take a flyer on just because of the position that they're in. They're definitely I think we both agree that they're definitely a playoff team next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if taking one of these prospects, you can take a flyer on and see, who's the best on their big board. But I think either of these guys will have a ripe opportunity to develop in the Pelican system. Cause the Pelicans coach who taught Lonzo how to shoot threes, right? They have a solid development system, right?
OG Anunoby is the one.
I can definitely see that. He's
3-and-D.
Yeah, 3-and-D type player. I love Mathurin as a prospect, so root nothing but the best for him in Indiana.
And OG's a guy who's potentially rumored to be traded for the 7th overall pick here. But first of all, let's dive in. What do we think about this for the Pacers? And then what do we think about 7th overall pick?
Okay, Pacers. This I think they need to continue to do. I think they're heading in the direction for a hard rebuild. So they need to trade. What's his name?
Pacers.
Yeah, they're
Miles Turner.
I think they should trade Miles Turner. Just get some assets for him. But I think Halliburton, along with Mathurin, along with potentially Jalen Smith, the Suns, who I still really like. He's had flashes. So I think they're building something, but they're still, I think, 2 years of being in the lottery from being a playoff team.
Mm-hmm. Courtney, you asked who the highest ceiling player left. It's either Shaedon Sharpe,
Dyson Daniels, or Ousmane Dieng. I would think are the
or AJ.
three.
We could see from AJ Griffin.
Yeah,
a really athletic guy who developed a really strong 3-point shot.
I definitely think those four are the. I mean, Shaedon Sharpe, I have the peak as Paul George. Dyson Daniels, peak UCLA Lonzo Ball, which is a scorer who is also talented as a point guard. Ousmane Dieng, I have peak as a Brandon Ingram, and AJ Griffin is peak Jimmy Butler with a 3-pointer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
These are all stars to potential superstars, right?
Yeah.
So if they put everything together and they reach their highest peak of potential, they could all be super solid players. But it's the draft, so it's it'll be shocking if one of them actually hit. But you root for nothing but the best. But yeah, I think those four definitely has the highest potential left. You know what I'm saying?
And so what do we think here for the Portland Trailblazers? I think AJ Griffin is a perfect fit for this team, especially if they're trying to contend.
They definitely are trying after the trade to get Jeremy Grant on the roster.
This might be a high reach. I think AJ Griffin or Ochai Agbaji out of Kansas.
I think Ochai Agbaji I think he's kind of a reach here, to be honest. But I think
it's a reach. I'm saying, but if a team they're trying to win here, if they're trying to win now, they should trade this pick right now.
Yeah, I would like them to trade this pick.
But if they want to, to be able to protect themselves, if they're going forward with a roster featuring Anthony Simons, featuring Josh Hart, featuring Yusuf Nurkic, Nazir Little, I think a perfect guy would be AJ Griffin if they want to keep going with that route. But if they're looking to win now, you have a guy like Dame at the 1. You got Anthony Simons at the 2, or you keep Anthony Simons off the bench being your 6th man. Then you'd have Josh Hart. You have Ochai Agbaji, you have Nazir Little, and you have Yusuf Nurkic at the 5.
You also have Jeremy Grant on the roster.
Jeremy Grant now on the roster, so he's over Nazir Little. I would definitely say this pick here. I think Benedict Mathurin would have been their guy here.
Yeah, I agree.
Shaedon Sharpe makes 0 sense. Shaedon Sharpe means that they want
Shaedon Sharpe seems like the Pelicans to me right now.
Yeah,
or New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think. To me, I would pick AJ Griffin here if I was because they're I don't see them going for boomer bust prospects right now, just considering they have Damian Lillard and they wouldn't. I think they would start their rebuild if they didn't trade for Jeremy Grant, and trading for Jeremy Grant means that they want to contend, right? So I would see them trying to take an NBA ready player, which I think AJ Griffin is, but he also has potential to be more than that.
Or do they go Jalen Duren and not try and bring back a guy like Yusuf Nurkic?
I could see that, but I would say that's a reach. I think there's much better prospects on the
Yeah.
board.
But of course, sometimes fit might be the thing they're looking for.
Yeah, I just yeah.
And then Courtney, you said Shaden Sharp is a CJ replacement.
I was kind of thinking that.
Yeah, that would work well if they can.
but a CJ replacement can also be AJ Griffin. You know,
Mhm.
they're both guard / wings, so you know they could provide that.
Hey, shout out Chase. He's on here. We love seeing that. But no, let's make a prediction right here. AJ Griffin.
AJ Griffin too. That's what I'm saying. Wow.
Wow.
They guys, they picked
Wow.
Shaden Sharp. If you're watching at home,
Wow.
I think just me personally, I think doing the NBA ready type bullshit or whatever, like I think that would be a mistake here. I think, you're in a city that doesn't attract free agents, right? You want to get the best player available, or not the best player available,
the highest,
but the
possible.
highest upside, right? And I think Shaden Sharp, he's on my board as the highest upside. Like he's the highest on my board right now. I think his potential is certainly. I don't hate this pick. What about you?
It's crazy, man. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because is Anthony Simons a guy that they don't think can start at the one? Is he going to go back and bench? That's probably his best role. But Shaden Sharp probably isn't going to start off rip next year. I think he's got to take some time. To
Yeah, no,
develop.
he's definitely I could see him spending some significant time in
6'11"
the G League.
wingspan, 6'5", 198.
Yeah.
He weighs more than Chet Holmgren. Shout out. But damn. Oh, damn. He's a shock. Man, you know who he could be? I don't have him. So Shaden Sharp, Zach Levine. What about Brandon Roy?
Yeah.
The next Brandon Roy out there. And
You mean getting injured?
no, just the skill level.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I just think he's kind of bigger, right, than Brandon Roy was. I think he's also more athletic than Brandon Roy was.
No, Brandon Roy is really good.
Rizzy,
Before
okay.
the injuries.
I mean,
Damn.
we're watching his AU highlights. I mean, it's AU, so you're playing against essentially high schoolers, but like still, I think he's super solid. I really like him. And he also slid a lot. I had him 5 on my board, a lot of mock drafts. I've seen him as high as 4. So he's at
How about
pick him at
6? So he
7.
would have picked a little bit lower. than
Yeah.
me.
So that's good value. I think that's good
Yeah.
value on both of our boards.
Mhm.
I have him at 5. So yeah.
But
All
he
right,
had the highest
8.
potential. So
8, I want
Dyson
them to
Daniels.
take Dyson Daniels or Usman Jang.
Okay.
I think you have the luxury of being a playoff team next year. I think we're assuming that, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. So you have the ability to take a flyer on a guy that has the highest upside.
yeah, I think they would have liked Shaden Sharp here to fall.
Yeah, of course. Why are
Uh,
they talking about Anthony Bennett? Oh,
Canadian
board.
players drafted in the same lottery.
Okay.
Ben McMatherin and Shaden Sharp. both
well, back to
Canadian.
back.
But I think they need Dyson Daniels, the guy that can provide defensively. He doesn't need to contribute offensively because they have CJ, they have Brandon Ingram, they have
Yeah.
Zion, they have Jonas Valanciunas.
I mean, we both have Lonzo Ball here. Lonzo Ball was like a perfect playmaker to have with these guys. I don't know why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But to pair with a guy like you have Dyson Daniels, you have CJ, you have Brandon Ingram, you have Zion, and you have Valanciunas. That's a solid starting 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't imagine him starting next year, but also he's playing against GTA in practice. Like that's gonna do nothing but help you be NBA ready, right?
Exactly. It's going to work on his ball handling skills. And
Yeah.
I love the G League Ignite. I feel like they do a really good job of developing
I
their players.
agree.
Kaminga was good for a raw prospect, and Jalen Green had a fantastic
Yeah.
end of the season. He was averaging 20 points. a
I
game.
don't really see Usman Jang coming here, so I think it's going to come down to Dyson Daniels or AJ Griffin. I wouldn't hate AJ Griffin here, but again, I think a point guard is definitely what they need.
And hey, they get Dyson Daniels. Hot take here on the live stream today. If he plays a good, solid role on that team next year, Zion Williamson's my dark horse MVP pick.
Wow, yeah, I could see that.
I see them being a top 4 seed next
I mean,
year.
Zion coming back. I love, shout out Brophy alum David Griffin in the front office and the coach, Willie Green. Willie Green is one of the most underrated coach in the entire NBA. I think whoever goes here has a solid chance to turn out to be good, if not great.
Yeah. Courtney's asking us most likely playoff team
In the lottery?
in the top 7.
Yeah. Oh, in the top 7. Let me look.
Getting rid of the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Who do we think? I think it's got to be the. Never mind.
I think it's the Pistons.
Nah, I think they're you. I think
The
the
Pistons
Pacers.
or the Kings?
I see the Pacers.
No way. I don't think they have enough talent.
Chris Duarte, TJ Warren.
Yeah,
they
all
got-
these guys are fine. They don't have like a guy like
I think Halliburton's going to have a
There's-
20 and 8 year.
I could see the Kings or the Pistons making the playoffs. I disagree with you. Okay,
or the Blazers.
The Pelicans are picking
Dyson
that.
Daniels.
Please be Dyson Daniels. Let's go. It was Dyson Daniels. Love that pick. Love that pick for the Pels.
Like, we're going to have a reaction to this draft. That's going to go down as one of my favorite picks of the draft. So let's go.
Mhm. Love that. We've been saying throughout the draft, boom or bust. They have the ability, the luxury to do that. Love that. Love that. Hopefully he's not Dante Exum. Have we talked about Dyson?
Yeah, I gave you my. Oh, so what did you say?
I said peak. His peak is UCLA Lonzo
We got
Ball.
the same ones. And
Yeah,
Dante.
and his floor is Dante Exum, another Australian who just didn't pan out, a lottery pick who didn't pan out in the NBA, a bigger guard, maybe a little ahead of his time, didn't get in the right situation.
12, 7, 5. That's a solid salon.
I've heard, I haven't watched a whole lot of him, but in his G League, his 3-pointer was a little off, but he's shown that his 3-point shot has improved in the pre-draft process. And I think the developmental staff in New Orleans will be able to just continue to make him better and better.
Mhm.
So I really like this pick. But we've had the Pelicans in the past take a guard. What was his name in the past?
They took a guard.
Yeah, remember? It wasn't Primo.
Who, the Pelicans?
Yeah, he was from Alabama.
Kira Lewis Jr.
Yeah, Kira Lewis. Do we see him? Do we think he could end up like Kira Lewis, who's kind of getting stuck on the end of their bench?
Kira Lewis is 6'4". This guy's 6'8". They love the defensive versatility out there. I think he'd be a great pick. Any chance he's as good as Josh Giddey? Man, if he's as good as Josh Giddey, that's a home run pick.
I was telling Liam, I think Dyson Daniels is the Josh Giddey of this draft, not only in terms of coming from Australia, but being kind of a guy who was people look at kind of going like, what was that pick? But turning out to be a super solid player. And on top of that, if Dyson Daniels can develop his TikTok game, he'll be a darling of the NBA.
Exactly. Spurs here on the clock. Maybe the most wild card teams ever be drafting in history.
Yeah.
What do we think they go? My highest player is Ajabaji from Kansas, but right behind him is Jalen Duren. And I think Jalen Duren could be a perfect fit. I think most likely they go Duren or they go AJ Griffin. But AJ Griffin, they don't pick Duke guys though.
Yeah, on my board, the next two for me are Ousmane Dieng and AJ Griffin.
Which
I think Ousmane
Spurs
Dieng could be such a Spurs player, and I kind of love that spot for him to be honest. But I would also like AJ Griffin here. I think
Jeremy Sochan.
Yeah, I think all of these are solid options right now. I don't know. The Spurs are so random when they draft. Like Josh Primo last year, you have no idea. I had no idea that was coming. So I guess we'll see. We
got 4 picks tonight.
Yeah. So I mean, if one hits, that's a
dub.
That's a dub. So I mean, for the Spurs who don't have maybe even an also, like I don't know about DeJounte Murray. Like, is he? I see him as a fringe all-star, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like they don't have the superstar in the roster. So to me,
you
just take the highest upside available player, right?
Because their guards, Vassell, Lonnie Walker, haven't really and Primo,
like they're not
really showed too much.
Yeah, like some of them I can see being good role players, but none of them like you want a star. And in this position, like You just take the best available. You take the best guy who has the biggest potential,
So
especially in a market
who
where
has the biggest potential here on the board left?
I think Usman Jang has the biggest potential, but he's also the lowest floor.
I think Jalen Williams from Santa Clara or Malachi Branham could be the pick here as well. Just going down the rest of
I
my
would like
board.
Jalen Williams here.
I think it's the Spurs, man. They really should go Jalen Duren. They've had great, track record of developing big men. Obviously, that's their thing. David Robinson.
But I think
I
think in the modern NBA, having a guy like Jalen Duren, he doesn't provide much from the outside.
But Jakob Pertl's going to be heading on the outward.
Yeah, I know, but you can get someone similar to Jakob Pertl, or like you can get these guys in free agency who you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on. I wouldn't waste a pick like that on someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he had bad development at Memphis. We saw the same thing with Emoni Bates.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree that like Memphis clearly isn't like a Power 5 program or even like a super like even if you're not a Power 5 program, you can still contribute and produce good NBA talent. But I don't think that was that. But also, I think just like we saw with the Warriors and the Celtics, right? They don't have like a star center, right? It's all guards and wings and like defensive versatility and,
But he
and
could
3-point shooting.
Jalen
And-
Duren could be a Robert Williams type of guy.
Yeah, I understand.
Who's
I
extremely
agree.
valuable,
I
yeah.
agree, but I think that would be a reach in this position where you could get someone with a higher potential.
Okay, so let's make our predictions here. We got 30 seconds left on the clock. Obviously, DeJounte Murray, an all-star this year. Great season from him. People were thinking that potentially him and John Collins could be involved in the trade package.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like we have too many high trades going on right now.
Yeah.
Pick is in. Who do you think it's going to be?
I'm gonna say AJ Griffin, but that's who I would pick here. The Spurs are just
Spurs would never.
it's
pick
just
guy
a
like that.
complete question mark for me.
I think Jalen Duren will be the guy they go with.
Okay. Don't love that pick for them, but we'll see. Malika Andrews is bad AF.
Like,
Sorry. I'm so glad I can't hear what Perk is saying.
Moody Moody.
All right, let's check Twitter. What do we got?
Adam Silver, come around that damn corner.
So that Jake Bullis has AJ Griffin and Duren too. So basically, we are one.
God damn it, Woj.
What do you say? The pick?
Yeah, he said the pick. Fuck, I muted him. I know who it is. I don't want to say. It was not anybody we said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Sochan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Sochan.
Yeah. What do you think about Jeremy Sochan? That's the pick where he has.
It's
The
such
commissioner
a
hasn't announced-
Spurs pick, bro.
Yeah, that's such a Spurs pick. It was. What's his peak for you? What's his peak for Sochan?
It's Andre Karolinko. Of course, Burke has messed up the three names. Of course he has. Andre Karolinko, with Jeremy Sochan, gives you a lot of vibes of a guy like Scotty Barnes from last year. But,
Yeah.
playing in a more prestigious program as it is right now with the Baylor Bears, I believe he can be really versatile in this system, especially with DeJounte Murray, a very good defender himself. I think they're going to have to address that center position, but, shout out to them. Getting a guy like Jeremy Sochan, what do you think?
I have his peak as a more athletic Draymond Green, which is like the complete, like
Most
the
valuable
Spurs.
player
The
you
Spurs
can
would take that 100 out of 100 times. I don't really see that happening. I see him more as like maybe a Jared Vanderbilt type. I don't love the pick. I don't really hate it either. I haven't watched a whole lot of film on him, but regardless, like I just think you want someone, especially in your market, especially in the way that the league's going, you want someone with more upside.
Oh my gosh, it's literally Frank Ocean. Holy shit.
Yeah. Damn, he'd be looking kind of drippy though.
Yeah, that's a nice purple fit.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
thought,
allowed to go on
bro,
Twitter
he's
anymore.
looking like, yeah, god damn it. I was looking for trades, not for picks.
That's the same dude?
He's Polish?
Bro, he was like freaking Jaden Smith, bro.
Yeah, bro says he's from Poland. Who is that kid?
Now he can't develop the offensive vision of Draymond Green. Okay, well, like we don't know yet. The Spurs, I mean, are they good developing players sometimes?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
This was like a, you know what I'm saying, Court? This is like what they're at their peak, you know? Like if everything works out, Draymond Green, but
This is the kind
I
of
doubt
guy
it will.
I feel like they would have loved on those championship teams. A versatile forward who can guard multiple positions.
Yep, I mean that's what the NBA is headed towards. It's not like this doesn't fit the modern NBA with like he's a versatile. Yeah, like you said, his versatility. That's what ESPN's saying. Like he can defend multiple positions. He can shoot from the outside. He can play make a little bit. Like, you know, it's not terrible.
His passing. Obviously, Draymond's a Hall of Fame playmaker.
He's not.
It's
obviously he's not going to be Draymond, but
yeah. But he also, you know,
this is like if everything works out.
Yeah.
You know,
And then Washington though.
Washington.
Okay,
AJ Griffin.
This is how it's gonna go. They're gonna pick either AJ Griffin or Durant. So, they should have someone to play alongside. What's his name? Freaking
Porzingis.
Tingus Pingus.
Mm-hmm.
And then
if New York takes Johnny Davis, I'm actually gonna start peeing myself because that's the most New York pick ever.
Yeah.
Like John Starks light is what he is. Jeremy Sochan though, did you have a comparison for him or did you not have him on your board? Yeah. Jared Vanderbilt was your ceiling.
Yeah, no,
floor.
that's probably what he's going to be.
Yeah.
This peak what he could be. Draymond Green with like maybe a better 3-pointer, but a worse like court vision. You know what I'm saying? And less defense. But I'm assuming he's going to be Jared Vanderbilt. What about you? Did you have him on your big board at all?
Yeah, I had him at number 12. I had Andre Kirilenko and Boris Diaw with better defense.
Okay.
What's your Jalen Duren comparisons? Besides Mitchell Robinson and then
better Mitchell Robinson and current DeAndre Jordan.
Or like DeAndre Jordan, like right after he got traded, like
after after the Clippers,
it's like Mavericks DeAndre Jordan. I get it.
What are the Wizards going to do and how are they going to mess it up? I mean, honestly, the Wizards are going to mess it up. They're going to take Johnny Davis and screw everything over. Or let's see, who else could they go with? Dude, it'd be sick if they got like
Dalen Terry.
Ochai Agbaji would be pretty decent, but like
with the Wizards.
But like,
I mean,
I don't know. He's too. They don't need an NBA ready guy.
No, you go for upside here.
See, the thing is with the Wizards is they just have a bunch of dudes that are just mid. Obviously, Kyle Kuzma, the most mid player to ever play basketball.
Why do you hate on him, bro?
Bro, I just hate on him. Ryu Hachimura is never going to amount to anything but being like a solid like 7th or 8th man in the league.
Yeah.
They got Thomas Bryant. They got Daniel Gafford. They got Pingus. And
I mean, I feel like honestly, Ousmane Dieng is kind of a Wizards pick. Like recently,
like Denny Avdija.
Yeah, Denny Avdija, like Rui Hachimura, like they've taken actually, but I feel like since those two like kind of haven't worked out so far, that they'd run away from that. They wouldn't want like an international prospect with high upside, but kind of a low floor.
Yeah, so you're saying Walker Kessler? There's no way Walker Kessler goes in the lotto. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, and I don't like Walker Kessler to be honest. I don't love him.
They need a big guy. They're gonna take a big guy that can shoot threes and can't play defense. They need a Travis Bertans.
I mean, Mark Williams could kind of work here.
He doesn't shoot threes.
I think he could develop a 3-point shot though.
No, he's more of like a Montrezl Harrell.
I definitely see him developing a 3-point shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to go against you, but like I see him like I was watching what's his name? I was watching Kevin O'Connor on The Ringer. He was telling me, or he wasn't telling me personally, but he was telling Bill Simmons that that Mark Williams, he's heard a lot of good things about, and that he's adamant about developing a 3-point shot, and he's shown that in the pre-draft process. Well, I could see the Wizards taking that. I kind of like Mark Williams. He got that dog in him.
Okay, Joel's asking us about Ivy and Cade. Jay's thinking EJ Liddell. Ivy and Cade, we talked about this earlier before you hopped on. I think they're going to be a fantastic 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
To be able to have Sadiq Bey be that third option is perfect. This dude dropped 50 this year.
Yeah.
I think Ivy and Cade, if Cade grows into that primary playmaker that we think he can be, I think it's going to be a really strong offensive scoring backcourt. And Griffin and I said this is must-watch league pass basketball with the Pistons.
Yep.
And who I think is going to be his Washington pick right now?
For Washington be Ty Washington.
That would be so stupid.
Because he just says Washington.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, bro, the Wizards have been like terrible for 40 years. Like, what's their most like decorated accomplishment? It's
John Wall like being swag.
yeah, or like Michael Jordan going there like for like a cup like
And
a
they
year.
made the playoffs once.
Yeah. They got beat by Kelly Olynyk in the fucking but
So I
by the
can't see
Celtics.
it being a guard unless they're assuming Bradley Beal's going to leave. But
yeah, but like if it was
He
a
did
guard,
opt out of his
they would
player
need a
option, though.
point guard.
he opted out of his
And
player option.
They would need
so.
a point guard, and like who's the next
All right,
Jalen?
pick. I say Duran.
Yeah, I agree with Duran. Oh, four Wizards fans. Oh my god.
Bro, they just took another version of a shitty version of Bradley Beal, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I don't have him on my big board. We did top 14 on
He's
both
not-
of ours.
He's
I
not
don't
on
think
my
he's
Facebook.
not on yours. He's not on mine. People like I said, Kevin O'Connor's kind of been my NBA guy that I listen to. And he's talked about like Chris Middleton, maybe Sean Livingston
No,
being
he-
kind of a,
He's Sean Livingston, maybe.
yeah, he's
not
Sean
Chris
Livingston
Middleton, that's disrespect.
if he missed mid-range shots.
So Johnny Davis shot 30% from 3, bro.
Yeah, I don't really love this. I mean,
42
they love.
from the field.
I think they love him as potentially a defensive stopper, but this is the first pick that I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah,
So Bradley Beal's gone and they're going to trust Johnny Davis?
Yeah.
Watch this come us bias in the ass.
like, I mean, we could obviously be wrong. We're not experts, but
Then
like,
who's the Knicks picks, bro? AJ Griffin.
AJ Griffin.
He's actually a Nick ass.
That's a Nick ass
Or they
player.
want to replace Mitchell Robinson.
I was
just get Duran.
yeah. I mean, AJ Griffin.
So Duran's like the guy that.
how does AJ Griffin fit with
Ooh, no, my dream. Do not go to New York. Go to the Thunder, bro.
How does he fit
Please.
with RJ Barrett or AJ Griffin on the Thunder?
Yes, that
Bro,
would be
it's
so-
lining up for Usman Jang to be on the Thunder though. Bro, that would be so sick. Oh my god, New York is gonna boo this man, whoever it is. They're booing him.
Tingus Pingus. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, Knicks.
Okay, let's make a prediction. I think they take like Malachi Branham. I don't think he's
The
bad.
Knicks?
I think he's solid.
I think the Knicks take AJ Griffin. I think this reach.
Or like EJ Liddell.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be it. Like, what's the most Knicks ass pick?
I mean, do they
possible?
think Mitchell Robinson is going to leave in free agency? Because if not, then Jalen Duran could be the pick.
They have no well.
Huh?
They have no well.
They do, but like they probably want to replace Mitchell Robinson, right? If he leaves.
Go Knicks! See Jay Billis's board. Mark Williams. I can see Branham from Ohio State. He's a
Yeah,
riser. Usman Jang doesn't make sense for this team.
I'd like Jalen Williams to be here.
What's him take Ty just have three
Ty?
point 3 point guard?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go pee again. Go next.
Hey, y'all, drop your questions for me. AJ Griffin, they love Duke guys. Yeah, I can see it. Chase, you're on me with the Branham. Yeah, his efficiency could go away. Courtney, the problem is that he's playing for the Wizards. It's basically the equivalent of Wisconsin in the college basketball world. He's got the 4 shots up anyway. I just don't really see how it makes sense him and Beal playing alongside. Like, Beal needs to be traded. Yo, Griff, hurry up. The picks in. AJ Griffin will be good for them though, because they need some defense. Because they put Barrett at the 2. They have like Kemba or Rose at the 1. Griffin at the 3. Julius at the 4.
I'm just gonna wait for the pick.
Oh yeah, shout out Griffin though. He coming back. He wants to see AJ Griffin get drafted.
Yeah.
But
We share it, man.
oh yeah, excuse me.
Like if this was like 13-year-old Griffin or 12-year-old Griffin, AJ Griffin would be his favorite player in the league.
Is this live?
What? No, this is just a mock draft.
Oh, they're pretty accurate, Johnny Davis.
Yeah. I'm thinking Jalen Duren here.
Yeah, okay. I'll say AJ Griffin. But Thunder are praying for this man. Knicks record next year, 0-82. They're trash. No, it's like 40, like 7-35, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see them making the playoffs unless they make significant changes and
Actually,
maybe Kyrie comes.
40 and 42, I'll say.
Yeah. Molly's watching the draft now or watching the stream now. Shout out.
Appreciate it. All right, let's see. Commissioner Silva, come around this corner.
Come on.
Disappoint some Knicks fans right now.
Boo this man.
Shout out all my Knicks fans that I know.
Knicks
Y'all
fans,
gonna be
I
pissed.
feel so bad for
I'm
them.
about to text a couple of them after this pick. I know.
Actually, I don't feel bad for Knicks fans. It's just like being a Suns fan. Just pain.
No, it's not, bro. Y'all at least won recently.
Yeah, but then mellow, bro.
All right, pick is in. I'm going with Duren as well,
I'm going with Duren.
or Branham. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Branham's my pick.
Oh, let's go! Oh my God, they're gonna boo him. Oh, I did not see this coming, dude. God damn it, I want him on the Thunder.
AJ Griffin is the Justice Winslow of this class.
Oh my God, bro. AJ Griffin on the Thunder.
That's a great
That's a great spot.
Chet and AJ Griffin,
Bro, dude, if he doesn't pan out, whoever the Knicks GM is getting fucking canned. Holy shit.
No, Spike Lee made this pick.
Oh, Spike Lee made
Go
it. This is a Spike Lee joint? Okay.
Shit. Oh, he traded with Paul George. Oh my gosh, he's fine. Don't worry. Also, that kid from the Bay Club, though.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear about that?
The Knicks fan?
No.
Just tell me later.
I'll tell you later. Boo, yes, of course, we're booing him. Let's look at Usman Jang's stat. Oh, he's got a modern skill set. That's the only thing they say. It's like what Josh Giddey got compared in the beginning. Usman Jang's stats, basketball reference. He averaged 9 points a game, shot 27 from 3, 40 from the field. I mean, that doesn't do justice because like Victor Wembanyama puts the same numbers up. Wait, hold up. What's going on? Hold up. Sorry. 8 points per game. Yeah, that's kind of a bum move. Hold on. Woj was saying some shit, bro. I got to go back on Twitter. I'm going to ruin myself.
That was actually shocking. This is just such an anti-Knicks pick to me.
Oh my gosh, no! The Knicks are trading the number 11 to the Thunder. Oh my gosh, let's go!
Let's go!
But they still have their pick here.
Who'd they trade for?
They just traded some picks. Multiple first-round picks to the Knicks.
Okay, then that's smart. I think that's smart. Is 12 going to the Knicks, though?
They traded their 2067 and their 2098 picks. No one got traded to the Thunder. The Thunder just traded for Usman Jang. And
have you talked about Usman Jang? Like, what do you think of him?
I don't have him on my big board.
Oh, okay. I do. I think Usman Jang is definitely the highest upside player left in the draft, at least at this point when he was taken. I think his peak is like a Brandon Ingram. If everything goes correctly and right, it's Brandon Ingram. But right now, his floor is Poku, who is like Brandon Ingram's also his potential, but like hasn't put like really anything together. He's just raw upside.
Usman Jang,
and he's gonna join him in Oklahoma City.
Sorry for clarification.
That
Usman Jang, the number 11 pick from the New York Knicks, is traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for future draft.
That's from Woj right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Knicks aren't getting them, bro.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's why they tried to.
Jake Fisher is saying that the Knicks are still in pursuit of acquiring Jaden Ivey. Sources said even after Detroit selected the Purdue combo.
So
guard.
maybe this.
So that's maybe to gather assets so they could bundle more picks to send to Detroit. But Detroit, I would just stay still for the rest of the draft.
Okay.
Don't change it.
Oklahoma City, the pick needs to be AJ Griffin.
Bro, if if this is them cashing in on their first now, you get AJ Griffin, you get Chet, and you get Usman Jang coming there. Like that's a fire ass draft.
Usman
dude.
Jang could just be like freaking Usman Garuba.
I mean, he could be bad, but like still his upside super
I gotta
solid.
go to bed.
Okay. Chat, chill. All right. Chet's talking to the ESPN crew right now. Let's check Twitter. Chat, drop some questions. What's kind of disappointing so far in the draft, though, not a whole lot of trades. I need some more trades. This is exciting that the Knicks are trading Usman Jang, though. Guys, I like international prospects. I like their unknownness. That's not really a word, but I think his upside's exciting. So I love to see him in Oklahoma City, where they're definitely prioritizing upside over NBA readiness, which is cool. Jackson, get ready to drop into the to the Zoom. We got the biggest Hornets fan I know coming in soon before the Hornets pick. We're probably going to go for like 15, 20 more minutes because we gotta get some dinner, and also after the lottery, who knows what's going to happen. We don't really have a whole lot to say, so we'll probably cut it off at the end of the lottery, and we'll do a post draft show
analysis probably tomorrow or sometime this weekend.
Would you rather have Chet's frame at your height or his teeth? Oh, definitely not his teeth. Actually, his teeth are fine. Actually, he's a goofy ass looking dude though. He's goofy, you know? He's a goofy dude.
You know, I'll be that frame because like
All right, dude, I want to see what the Knicks got. Like, what are these future picks?
No, look, you get the pick spoiled.
But I muted Woj.
You get the pick spoiled. Don't worry.
Oh my god. Bro, KD's coming to the Suns though. Don't
Shut
forget that.
up, bro. He's
Don't
not
forget
coming
that.
to the Sun.
OKC's having a big night, dude. Do you think Kendrick Perkins has watched like any of these guys beforehand or no?
No.
Yeah. Big Perk has no knowledge of any of
Big
these
Perk
players.
probably thinks
Big Perk thinks this
Moses Moody's still available on the draft board.
yeah, Big Perk thinks that Chet Holmgren is a Make-A-Wish kid, dude. He has no idea who he is. All right, let's wait for this Thunder pick. Liam, how you doing? You doing the draft so far?
I'm doing
I'm having a
solid.
blast. That Usman Jang pick is a highlight of my life.
No, the Johnny Davis picks. AJ Griffin pick right here. Watch.
Yeah, AJ Griffin.
Oh!
Let's go! I
They don't need a guard though, but he can play.
Sure,
he can play the
he can
three.
play the he can play the three.
I like this pick.
I like this.
This guy was number 14.
AJ Griffin to the. I guess he's going to the Hornets then.
Ooh, the Gordon Hayward leaving them?
Jackson, what do we think about that?
AJ Griffin goes to the Cavs.
That would be fire. That would be so fire. I kind of hope the Hornets don't pick him. Jalen Williams, though, what do you think about him?
Jalen Williams, he's got a poor man's Donovan Mitchell ceiling. This man can snipe it from outside,
Yeah.
bro. And we know Donovan Mitchell's developing that sniper ability from outside. His floor, Eric Gordon. I think this guy's going to be a solid scorer. You know, do I love them going with another guard? Not particularly. They have a little bit too many guards that they've drafted in the last couple of years. But
Yeah.
just looking real quick at Jalen Williams' size, he profiles at 6'6", 195. You know, Giddey is a taller guard at 6'8". You could probably flex him over.
You
to
could
the
maybe
three.
he could play the three.
As long as Chet, you know, say Chet Usman Jang. How tall is Usman Jang? What, 6'8", something like that?
He's like 6'10".
So 6'10",
he's super tall.
6'10" and 7'3". This is moving into a less positional basketball game.
Yeah.
Where you could be running guys like Jalen Williams. You're running a guy like Josh Giddey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. See, their shortest player would be Jalen Williams, or
At 6'6".
I believe Shea Gilgeous is 6'5", 6'8", 6'7"? No, six.
I
not
think he's
6'8".
6'6".
Or 6'6". 6'6".
Yeah, so
6'6" would be their shortest player.
yeah, I think the Thunder have been building. They've been building through the draft, and they've been building with length and size and speed. Also, they want the ability for everybody on their roster to be able to bring up the ball, right? And I think this is. Wait, let's see what you're saying. Okay, Woj is just talking about like how many picks they have, and they're kind of cashing in now
And they have pick 30s
on
now,
their
too.
rebuild. Yeah, no, the Thunder definitely are in a prime position in the next couple of years. I think after next year, I think they go for it, right?
Yeah. So see, they have they have the ability to be switchable on defense, which is really important. Giddey's a good defensive player. Shea has the tools to be a good defensive player. Williams is a good defensive player.
Yeah.
Obviously, do we know about Usman Jang enough to say?
I mean,
and we
I
know
don't know if
Chet's
he's just an unknown.
and
right?
Chet's an elite defensive prospect.
Yeah.
So that is an insane ability.
Yeah, but I want to talk about my.
Chase is right here. Thunder and the Raptors, basically the same product, just on different.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Chase, really good comp.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I think Jalen Williams though. I think he can kind of slide into more of a forward role. I see him kind of as a better OG Anunoby, maybe with a little more ball handling skills. And his floor, I see as Josh Primo just being kind of raw. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's 21, so he's not as young as Primo was, obviously, but like just a guard who just doesn't hit. Again, Primo's he just finished his first year, so we don't know where he's gonna land. But like right now, like he could just be a complete bust, or he could hit. You know,
what's
you never
the
know.
player in this 3 picks of the Thunder that needs to hit the most?
Chet. It's Chet.
Okay.
It's Chet. Chet needs to hit.
And then out of those last 2, though, we'll see how those last 2.
I think they could. They have so many guards that I think Jalen Williams doesn't need to hit.
Okay.
And Usman Yang, I think because Poku hasn't developed super, I think that Usman Yang can be the guy that they take a flyer on. And if he hits, that's it. That's going to be good.
And hey, we have our ceremonial Hornets stand.
We have our biggest
right here.
He's joining us right now on the podcast.
I mean, he's not super. I would have called him super knowledgeable.
Hey, yeah, I guess
the biggest.
I'm not the most knowledgeable. Yeah.
He knows about
Thank you.
RTMB, the greatest rapper to ever live.
The greatest, the GOAT.
Jackson, what do we think? What do we think the Hornets should do here? What are we thinking about offseason? Break it down for me.
I'm thinking, they should select. Is it Tari Eason? Is that his name?
Okay.
I like the pick there.
I liked his length.
Yeah.
I like his size.
Okay.
And hopefully he's like a great defensive player for our team, which we have fucking none. And I really need us to get rid of Gordon Hayward and Mason Plumlee.
Exactly.
Because Gordon Hayward I don't think he'll ever play. He's always fucking injured.
Yeah. So the thing with the Thunder is, not the Thunder, the Charlotte Hornets. So we know they don't need to go Mark Williams with this pick because we know the Cavs are not going to take a big man since they already have Jared Allen and they have Evan Mobley already secured over there. So we know they had the luxury to be able to get a guy like Tari Eason, like an AJ Griffin. I think Tari Eason's a perfect pick out of LSU. A lot of length. He was, I believe, first team All SEC at LSU. What's the measurables size?
He's 6'6", like 6'6.5". He's maybe 6'7". He got the length. He got the size. Yeah, he's a forward. Maybe he could play down a little bit. People think he's kind of a Jeremy Grant, a taller Jay-Sean Shea, or maybe even a James Johnson.
Which is perfect because I don't know if Miles Bridges projects well as a defensive player at the 4.
Yeah, who knows if Miles Bridges is even coming back. So they definitely, I think a forward selection is the right pick here. AJ Griffin could be the pick. He does have kind of some size. He's 6'6". He's going to be kind of undersized at the 4, but it's not terrible. I wouldn't hate that pick, but I think I would prefer myself AJ Griffin to be on the Cavs.
Yeah.
But also the Hornets have 13 and they have 15, so they have the luxury to maybe take a shot on a guy who has more potential and maybe take a more NBA ready guy. Because are the Hornets ready to compete? Jackson, what's your opinion?
Right now, no, Griffin. I don't think so.
Okay.
Me personally.
Because I think, especially with they don't even have a coach right now.
Mhm.
You know, Michael Jordan, not the the best track record as an owner. So I think I would take a guy who has high upside and also take an NBA ready guy just to match the two.
So let's say Tari.
the
Eason. Let's watch.
Hornets pick is right now.
Do you think Tari Eason is a NBA ready guy?
Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren. Okay.
Wow. All right,
Jalen
so
Duren. Jackson, what do we think about
You
that?
guys
pick?
get the
Raw?
center you need, potentially the best center in this draft class.
Yeah.
Really high prospect coming out of high school, went to Memphis. Wasn't really a good system out there in Memphis. You know, two of the top prospects in the country with Jalen Duren and Amani Bates. Amani Bates looking now to transfer, potentially go to Michigan.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jalen Duren? You know, averaged 12 and 8 there at Memphis. He's got the size. He's ability to run the floor. A defensive shot blocker. Is that the guy you guys are looking for, especially with, you know, the center position being an area of question ever since Al Horford's departure back in the early 2000s?
I think it's a great pick. You know, he's gonna add that defense that we need and that we don't have. You know, and I'm really hopeful.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
much.
Mason Plumlee has not been the center that they needed. They need a better center, and Jalen Duren has the potential to be that guy. He has the defensive capabilities as well as some of the offensive area. The ESPN is saying Bam Adebayo. I think
Bam
that's complete best case scenario.
I
right?
don't know if he's Bam because Bam's more of he can handle the ball.
And
more,
I
more
also
a
think-
playmaker. I think Bam's closer to a guy like Mark Williams in terms of size.
Yeah, I agree because I guess they're kind of similar sizes. He's 6'10" and Bam is 6'10".
He's or 6'9".
Yeah,
But in terms of what Griffin and I thought, we're thinking more of a Mitchell Robinson
Yeah,
type of guy,
yeah.
a guy that's really good at defending the rim because we don't need a lot from Duren, especially for the Hornets. They're not
Yeah.
looking for a guy that's going to be able to, you know, put up 20 points a game. They have a guy like LaMelo Ball, you know, who's going to be that star player for them. We don't know exactly.
I think LaMelo throwing lobs to Jalen Duren is going to be awesome, and I
Mhm.
also think that Jalen Duren, I think they're going to want to get out and run, especially with what LaMelo's been able to do.
in that
there.
high pace offense that they can run
Yeah,
out there.
especially I think this is a good pick, and I also think he has solid defensive upside, which the Hornets kind of desperately need.
Uh-huh.
So we're at 14 now. Jackson, stay with us because the Hornets are picking at 15. We'll probably end it there. But yeah, Liam, what do we think the Cavs should do here?
The Cavs got to take Ashabaji out of Kansas, a 3-and-D forward who excelled and was one of the main players in the reason why Kansas was able to win the Nationals championship here. Of course, alongside, you know, former ASU legend. What's the guy's name? The little guard?
What?
The
Who?
guard that transferred to Kansas. He played for ASU.
I know who you're talking about. One
Oh
second,
my gosh. What's his name? Oh,
ASU, Kansas.
what's his
I know who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. I can see Remy Martin.
Remy
Remy Martin. That's who it is.
Yeah.
You know, but Ochai Agbaji, he was a leader on that team, and Cleveland doesn't need a guy with a lot of potential. You know, they also have, you know, who knows what Colin Sexton will be returning this season, but they still have guys like Isaac Okoro who can develop. Obviously, Darius Garland showed that he's an NBA All-Star caliber player. Evan Mobley has All-Star potential. A lot of stuff like that. I believe that Agbaji should be the pick here. And
I think he's definitely. I mean, I think they need wing depth a little bit. I wouldn't hate the pick if it was Ochai Agbaji, but I'm kind of leaning towards AJ Griffin just because of his upside.
Yeah.
And I think that would be more beneficial, especially AJ Griffin is a whole 4 year. He's 18. He's 18 in 8 months, and Ochi's 22 in 1 month. Right? You have 3 years on him, right? That he can develop into somebody special. And I like. With the Cavs developmental cycle, they have Evan Mobley, they have Darius Garland, right? These guys aren't super old, so I think you can afford to take a player who's younger and maybe who has more upside.
So I think it needs to be
Agbaji.
either Griffin or Agbaji.
Yeah, I think those are definitely the picks. I couldn't see any other pick that would make sense. The Cavs pick is in, so we'll see it. But going forward, do you want to talk about any guys you love going forward after the 15th pick when we sign off? Maybe getting picked later in the first round
I
or
think
the second
Nikola
round?
Jovic is a guy with extreme talent that we've seen coming out of out of Europe. You know, obviously just one letter off from a guy who
Nikola Jokic,
you know, who is multiple time MVP at this point. Christian Braun, also a very hustle guy. He reminds me of the intensity that guys like Patrick Beverly and, you know, Jose Alvarado and Marcus Smart give out there in the court. Also some other guys that I know I believe Bryce McGowan's is a sleeper in this draft, and so is Andrew Nembhard out of Gonzaga. I believe Andrew Nembhard, a point guard with a lot of versatility. Andrew Nembhard has Jalen Brunson written all over him. I think this guy's going to be a steal wherever he lands up. And of course, we'll be following up with the podcast with that. Yeah. And Bryce McGowan's out of Nebraska, like I was mentioning, a 3-level scorer as well. He should also be talented. And if Peyton Watson lands on the Raptors from UCLA, a solid 6'8" point guard / small forward, this guy's going to be crazy. Griffin, how about you?
I completely agree on Nikola Jovic. I love the dude coming from Europe. I also think the 2 Arizona prospects of Dalen Terry and Christian Koloko. I think Christian Koloko has great shot blocking and offensive abilities, and Dalen Terry I'll get to soon, but the Cavs are picking right now. Let's see who they pick.
It's got to be one of those 2 forwards.
Yeah, it has to be. Ajabaji. Okay, that's the pick. Liam, I like that pick. I love that pick for them, to be honest.
An NBA ready guy. They know they need to capitalize on make sure.
Yeah, I mean they made the play-in, so they're obviously sort of contending to be in the playoffs. So yeah, I think this is I think this fits their timeline better, even though AJ Griffin I believe is higher upside and also might not fit their timeline.
But AJ Griffin might give them too many shades of Isaac Okoro, who came out of Auburn.
Yeah,
and I think they're a little bit too similar players. I believe Achabaji is a guy who can step in and he can be a starter.
41% 3-point shooter out of college. He's got that ability to stretch the floor and also play some solid defense. So yeah, I don't hate that. But for the Hornets at 15, AJ Griffin I think he has to be the pick here. You take your Jalen Duren.
Gordon Hayward leaving eventually.
Yeah. Jalen Duren and maybe even Miles Bridges. I don't know if Miles Bridges, he's more of a 4-3 hybrid and AJ Griffin's a 2. 2-3.
Miles Bridges is more of a rapper, but
RTBMB.
The go.
Yeah.
Jackson, what are you thinking? We thinking AJ Griffin out of Duke, a talented forward. What do you think?
I think that would be great, or again, sticking with my original pick, Tari Eason. I think any good forward with good size to replace Gordon Hayward would be good.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I believe AJ Griffin has the ability to be able to shoot the ball outside like a guy like Gordon Hayward has been without being a cop, casualty like he's been with his $30 million contract. Obviously, it was a result of that. He was in the Kemba. No, he wasn't in the Kemba Walker.
Gordon Hayward.
It was Terry Rozier. Was in the Kemba Walker, but he followed alongside.
Gordon Hayward was just in free agency.
Yeah, it was just a regular free.
Yeah, but just to go back a little bit, who I thought again had a high upside and later in the draft after we're not going to be covering it. Dalen Terry. He at U of A, Arizona. He played kind of a point guard, shooting guard. He was a combo guard. I think he has the ability to be a great 3-and-D prospect who is long and tall. He's a 6'6" point guard. I think that whoever gets him will be in for a treat. But yeah, going forward, I think so far, I think the Hornets have done well with their first pick. Mm-hmm. Right now, they can capitalize getting two high upside players.
Yeah.
That'll help them because I don't really see them maybe fringe competing for play-in, but I think they're maybe a year away, especially if they don't have a coach right now. I think taking a high upside player like AJ Griffin would be the right pick, or even the guy at LSU, Tari Eason. Yeah.
So what do we think? Courtney's asking us before we go. Best and worst draft picks so far.
I mean,
Johnny Davis to the
for me, that's the worst pick so far.
Yeah.
Best pick, I like
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey to the Pistons.
Or Dyson Daniels.
Gotta be
Jaden Ivey and Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Ivey, Dyson Daniels. I like it was my dang coming to the Thunder, but
and Achabaji's the best day one fit.
Yeah, but I think Ivey's probably my favorite.
The best. Him and Dyson are the best long term.
And I think Murray might be. He's not. I don't hate the pick, but I think him along with Johnny Davis are maybe my least favorite so far.
Johnny Davis,
maybe Sohan, but you never know with the Thunder. The Spurs.
And then rank the teams who drafted so far from most to least likely to make a deep playoff run. I think
most likely has to be. I think that has to be the Pelicans.
Oh yeah, the Pelicans and the Cavs. To say a 1.
Yeah, those are 1 and 2.
And then least likely,
Rockets probably. Thunder. They're 2 years away.
Thunder and I think Washington.
Yeah, yeah. Washington.
Washington needed a higher pick in this draft.
Yeah, and I also think Washington. I think it's time to get off of Brad Beal so you can truly.
Well,
Tank.
he didn't accept his player option. He's going to be heading into free agency as a.
Well, I know. I don't think he's actually done that yet. I
He
think that's
rejected the player option.
He did.
I believe he did. You can check.
I don't think he did.
You can check that.
Okay. I will.
But no, while we're waiting though, so
I just got
wait-
fucking spoiled.
Oh, the pick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. It's super weird.
Okay.
Jackson, get ready.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna look.
Unless
it up.
I got lied to, but I don't. It wasn't from Woj, so I don't know. Bradley Beal
I mean,
contract.
you got your sources. So.
Oh yeah, he opted out of the Wizards.
Yeah, Griffin.
That's so weird, dude.
this is my prediction. That's who it was.
It's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's something that they definitely didn't need.
Okay, something they definitely didn't need.
I don't wanna spoil
Okay,
it, though.
okay, that's who it is. No, are you serious,
Yes,
bro?
that's who I saw. I don't want to look anymore. I don't want to be. That was not from Woj or Shams or anything, so I don't want to like.
Jackson, if
Jinx it.
Griffin's right, you might actually want to punch a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
bro.
this is so confused. Michael Jordan, what the fuck are you doing?
Smoking the top 5.
Yeah.
He's just in Las Vegas chilling,
Yeah,
sitting at the poker tables, gambling his life
He's
away.
gambling right now.
Yeah,
Holy shit, Griffin, that's the pick, bro.
I know.
holy
I'm gonna turn
fuck.
this off immediately.
Yeah, we'll call it quits. I mean, but yeah, what
Is it like a guard?
I don't want to say.
Look,
I want
Say,
you-
is it a guard? Yes, is it a guard?
No.
okay, watch.
Pick's live.
Okay. You pick
My shit's delayed, so tell me what it is. Was it that pick? Who is
Mark
it?
Williams, Duke. They just drafted a center. Why would they do that?
Why do we need 2 centers? Why do we need 2 more centers?
Mason Plumlee needs his minutes, bro. What the heck?
Great pick. You know what I'm saying?
So
Holy fuck!
So they have twin towers now with Mark Williams.
I
and
mean,
Jalen
just
Brown?
this, the NBA landscape that we live in, like, you don't need to draft centers this high. You can find them in free agency. I just don't understand this, especially after drafting Duran. You could have taken a high upside player like
And it's like-
AJ
and it's like-
Griffin or even
it's like
Tari
what-
Eason.
What are they gonna do at the forward now? Like they have Gordon Hayward and he's fumbling.
I don't know. I think this might be the worst pick in the draft so far. I think
Oh my god!
this is up
They
there.
have
Why?
2 6'10" guys they just drafted.
Yeah, they just drafted 2 6'10" guys who both like
Play the
can't
same
play
position.
down, right?
I mean, I liked Mark Williams, but like before we
Yeah,
picked
but
a different
He
center.
doesn't play outside.
Yeah, like if you pick Duran and then a guard or Williams and then a guard, I would have been fine with it, or a forward even.
So
Like-
what? This is like having like Joakim Noah and Paul Gasol back in the
Yeah,
Chicago
I just
Bulls.
I don't see this. I don't like this pick at all. But Atlanta getting
Oh,
possibly.
They're thinking maybe they're trying to do what the Cavs did, but like Evan Mobley can shoot from outside. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
and also I don't think either of these are. I don't think right now either of these are as talented as
but also
Allen
it's
or
the foresight. But
yeah.
wait,
That's okay. We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for watching, Jackson. Thanks for joining us as our Hornets correspondent for Coast to Coast.
Yeah, it's been bad,
Yeah. All right.